When you add lights to your scene in Modo, you can tag them so they can be editable in Colorway. By default, none of your lights will be tagged. So go down here to the Colorway tab. In the render preview window, I've actually set up my own custom layout and called it Colorway, but you can do the same thing in the render window by going down to Colorway, click on lights, and then tag the lights that you want to edit inside of Colorway. The lighting settings that you apply in Modo will be the ones that carry over into Colorway as default. So, if you change the radiance, and let's increase that to 2, you might have an oversaturated image. Inside of Colorway, you can edit the lights quite easily. By clicking on the item, over on the right-hand docked menu, a light bulb will appear, and you can see that there's an icon that says Original. This is the original light setup that you created in Modo. To edit the lighting settings, click over here on the Enter DCI Edit mode. Colorway opens the lighting and effects editor of that DCI item, and over on the right-hand menu, you have a couple of different options. The second button down are the saved looks, and by default, you always have the original saved look from Modo. That contains the area light and the environment. In the second tab, you have the lights editor, where you can see the area light and the environment and adjust them. And further down, you have the effects editor, or the filters editor, where you can apply different filters to the item. But in this tutorial, we're just going to adjust the lights. I've set up an area light inside of Modo, but when I brought it into Colorway, I can see that the intensity of the light isn't as strong as I'd like it to be. So I can go down here and increase the intensity of that single area light. After I've adjusted the single area light, I also notice that the environment is slightly too dark as well. So I can click on the environment and increase that intensity as well. I can also solo the light and mute the light. I can also change the color of individual lights. This can be particularly useful if I'm trying to simulate sunlight. All I need to do is go down to the color picker and choose the color of the light. You can see that it updates on my image automatically. It's also updating over here in the icon. Once I have the desired light, I can either press the X button to exit the lighting editor, or I can go to the second tab and create a look. I always advise to create a look so that I keep the original. Click on the Looks tab, go down to the button and press the plus button. Now I have the original, and I also have Look 1. When I exit, Colorway will ask me if I want to save the changes before closing. And what that does is save the lighting look to that specific DCI item. Now in my Colorway project, I can click on the item and I can select multiple looks. So I have Look 1, which was my slightly orange or yellow light, or I have Look 2, which is my original. Because I have all of these items linked, Colorway takes the look and applies it to all of those items.